freaking mess. I mean, I don't know how we got through it. I don't know why our record company wasn't like, actually, that deal, can we just get it back from you? Thanks so much. So, anyway.
Pick the little girl in the front!
Okay. Okay, sure. Sure, wearing a red hoodie. Yeah, cute. Hi there. What's your question?
What's your favorite song that you've ever wrote?
Oh, favorite song we've ever wrote. That's a hard one too. These are like the memories and the favorite things.
Those are really challenging.
It's really tough because it's like every song you write, you think it's your best song. Well, you hope it's your best song.
What's your favorite song?
You don't know.
You don't know. I don't know either.
She's like, all that she wants is another baby. Do you know he's a pig? Sarah, actually, we got this question in the last Q&A, and Sarah had a really great answer. She said that every song that goes out on the records is a song we love and we're proud of. So it's a tough question. We get it at every single Q&A, and we have not gotten better at answering it. It's really tough. We want all the songs to be the best. So yeah, we end up just wanting to know what your favorite songs are because we just want to say what you want because we want you to like us. So.
It's also not unlike a question earlier in the night. In some strange way, every song you write becomes your favorite. So we have like 30 songs already written for the next record, and I just think to myself like, it's hard to watch some of our older stuff because I'm just already like done, moving on. You know, like, if I ever have to see Back in Your Head one more time, you know, like it's so funny because it's like we already have like 3 albums.
We'll keep playing that one, don't worry.
We're going to still play it. We're going to still play it, but, you know, you're already thinking about what new cool song you can write. So, but yeah, but thanks for your question.
Thank you for the question.
Okay. Right here, there's like, I think you're wearing green.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's you.
This is a really easy question. What's your favorite snack food?
Favorite snack food? Well,
up until about an hour ago when our manager told us that popcorn was a bullet to the heart. Popcorn.
It's weird because I'm not like a sweets person. Like I don't eat cake or candy. I mean, I've eaten it, but it's not like what I crave. I'm more of a salt person, so like I really love chips. And like if I'm feeling sad or if I've been drinking too much, generally I'll get like some kind of chip. In America, not totally into your flavors. Like you guys are pretty like little pickle, salt and vinegar, like cardamom and onion, or some sunflower thing that looks healthy, but it's totally not healthy.
What is your favorite kind of chip?
Back in the olden days in Canada, we had this company called Old Dutch, and they had a brand, or they had a flavor called Mexican chili, and I still hear about all the time.
We have them. Respect again.
Yeah. Okay.
So we don't have to mourn it.
What's your favorite dessert?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I like kettle chips with the...
Yuck!
But I'm from Texas. So
What flavor do you like of the kettle chips?
the honey Dijon one.
So weird. You're like cultural divide.
You're like, my favorite flavor is Stars and Stripes. Just
don't listen to Sarah. She gets trying to get came off as soft.
That was me trying to do a one-liner. I don't know. Thanks for Oh shit, sorry.
Oh, I cannot move on without knowing my favorite chip brand.
She did say popcorn.
Yeah, it's a
Bullet
bullet
to the heart.
Yeah. I like chips as well. I would take chips. Yes, standing up in the back, waving your arms around.
Okay, when constructing your song, do you start off with lyrics first, or like how does that work?
That is a good question. Thank you very much. You know, it works differently for both of us, and it also works differently between songs. Sometimes I love sitting down and just coming up with some chords. Someone told us recently that when Paul McCartney wanted to write a song, he would just sit and play all the chords on the piano until he hit one that resonated with him for that day, and then he would start writing in that key. So I went home and tried that and wrote a couple songs that way. And I also like sometimes just sit around and play the same guitar chords until something magical happens. Like that's how I wrote North Shore. I just kept playing the same guitar chords over and over again until a rhythm came out. It took like a day of like jamming for me to figure it out. So I can't write lyrics first. In fact, when something brilliant comes to me or I think is brilliant, I'll like try to push it out of my mind, because the second I've like settled on something in my head that I think is awesome, I cannot figure out a way to put it to music. So oftentimes I do melody and guitars or piano first, and then add lyrics, and then there's just days of pain and misery and rewrites, and then nervousness and diarrhea, send it to Sarah and get it back, and then send it to other people and get their comments, and then rewrites, and then usually I just rename it something like, I wish I'd never written you, you ruined me, I'll never write again, and then put it in my iTunes and move forward, start again. Tips? Yeah. Okay, how about right here?
If you could work with any artist ever alive, who would it be?
We could work with any artist alive, who would it be? I pick Sarah.
really
Hash, get along.
It's a really tough question. It's a tough question because
It's not tough to say Tegan. Moving on.
yeah, I really like being in our band.
She likes to be in our band.
Yeah.
That's nice, isn't it?
I do. I really like our band. It's weird because I think Tegan and I we were very, very shy. We're not like jam friends. We don't like go and like hang out with other people and jam out. We weren't band people. We were like, I have a lot of really, really, really talented musician friends, and they're always like sitting on someone's show, or like their friends playing at the Hollywood Bowl, so they're gonna go up and sing or whatever. And I'm like, oh my god, like that terrifies me. When people ask me to do things, I always feel like I want to say that I'm sick. Or like getting an operation. Like I'm like, oh my god. So weird that you asked, because I was going to ask you if you wanted to come to the recovery room, because I'm having a major I can't do that with you. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's weird. It's just, it must be a self-esteem thing. I'm not really sure. It could be talent. I'm not sure. It's like, I just feel very uncomfortable when people ask me to do that. Now, if someone was to say, like, do you want to come over and like play video games with me, or like, do you want to like...
Okay, if someone in the world could ask you to
talent.
play video games, who would it be? Famous person, go.
It's too hard.
I think one person so we can get cast of West Wing. Cast of West Wing. That's who Sarah wants to collaborate with. Okay, another question. Yeah, you have like, it looks like stripes or something.
Where did the idea for the DVD originate?
In here. In there. It was time for a DVD. It had been 5 years since It's Not Fun, Don't Do It, our last DVD.
Yeah, we're kicking around some ideas about how we could do something a little bit less, like behind the scenes, like I have a video camera. You know, like we wanted something
Nothing
a little
wrong
more
with that.
structured. No, there's nothing. That's our old DVD. So we were like, let's do something a little bit more structured. We also, okay, there's gonna be people in this room that are gonna go like, yeah, right, but like we're pretty funny. And every time we're like, oh, we're turning on a video camera, they're like, you guys should have a TV show, or like,
And we're like, that is stupid, that's annoying. We're
yeah,
not
we're
doing
just
that.
like, no, but we every time we say anything about DVDs or TV shows, people are like, you guys are so funny. So I'm not even lying. Like the thought about this DVD was like, can we make it not funny? Like, can we show that
Mission accomplished. Not a lot of laughs.
No, it's just like, but I wanted it to seem somewhat serious. Like, we take ourselves so seriously, although we're jerking around all the time and we're sort of like goofy and like whatever, you know, there's like that, and then there's sort of like the songs that come from this, like a very dark place, you know, when I think about like the con, you know, writing about a very serious relationship, like a divorce essentially, and my grandmother passing away, and mortality, and all of these things. It's like you can go to this very dark place, and then to sort of like balance it, you're sort of like a giant goofball all the time, like just.
Why'd you point at me?
Well, to us, I meant to us, you know. But so we're sort of like always doing these two different things, and I thought to myself, if the DVD can sort of show some of the like meat and potatoes, like the middle section of what we really do every day, and show that, you know, we're not always really funny, but we're also not always like, you know, like right on the window ledge. You know, it's sort of like there's some good stuff that happens in the middle. And I also hoped that, you know, as we move into the sort of like next decade of Tegan and Sara, I love being funny, and I love that people associate these things with us, but I also want to be taken seriously. I think that we're good songwriters, and when sometimes people think we're just a comedy band, I feel like, you know, I feel self-conscious, like, oh geez, do we need to stop, you know, do we need to stop joking around all the time so that people realize that we're like, you know, that we can do this other thing. So that's one thing that was going through our brains, or my brain, and then I was sort of talking about it a lot in the, you know, in the process of putting these ideas together, like how can we show some substantial material without it just all being jokes and laughs.